guys! We're all in various stages of self-isolation right now. That is our reality. So how do we make the most of it?
Yeah, in this video we're going to talk about how to make the most out of self-isolation.
Today we're talking about how to make the most out of self-isolation, but the advice we're going to give also makes a whole lot of sense if you're just going through a challenging time when the world isn't going crazy.
We tried to make it as simple as we could and we broke it down to 4 steps, so let's go. Step number 1 is to understand the reality of your situation. So that's really just digging down and understanding what resources do you have, what challenges do you have, and just what is the situation overall like.
So if we look at our life, for example, Christine is pregnant and therefore at risk. This is not good. I mean, it's good that she's pregnant, but it's not good that she's at risk. We know people who have gotten coronavirus, and we have family who are in the high-risk group. We are all at home currently, and we both have to work. Our kids are at home and are being homeschooled, and the kids' school hasn't really provided much in terms of resources or homework. There's no daycare whatsoever, and our house is quite small, but we do have access to a backyard with a trampoline and a big field close by where we can run around. I mean, the kids. Us as well. There's no ban on going out of the house, but there is a congregation ban of more than 5 people. Grocery stores are open, but we're encouraged to only go out for the bare necessities or to order online. And we are lucky that with everything going on, our jobs and our financial situation hasn't been impacted.
Your situation might be completely different from ours. We have friends in Spain and Italy who are completely confined to their homes. They can't go out at all. Whereas some of our friends in parts of the States, they're still going to work. And here they're actually talking about us going back to work.
Yeah, and it's not just how the government is kind of handling the situation, it's also just your home life and home situation. Again, with regards to work, are you working from home? Are you out of a job? Do you have kids, and can those kids go out? Do they have a homeschooling, like remote schooling setup, or do you have to take care of all of the homeschooling? I mean, all of this stuff is different depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, and regardless of where in the world that you are from, it's important for you to know what resources you have to work with and what you're trying to overcome or cope with. We are so happy that you're here today, and if you are also stuck at home like us, then we made a couple of videos that you might find interesting. One is about 100 activities you can do while at home during self-isolation. The other one is a little bit more of an insight into the things that are not going perfectly during this self-isolation phase.
Yeah, and whenever we're not actually impacted by a global pandemic, then we also make videos about just general life as parents and how to stay on top of things. So if that's your thing, then please consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon so YouTube will notify you of all the stuff we do. That's not how it works, but you know. Step number 2 is to give yourself some purpose and direction. So decide on your objectives and set some goals.
So again, in our example, number 1, 2, and 3 really is to make sure we're happy and secure. It's important for us to spend some quality time together every single day so that we really get something out of this quarantine time. Also, we want to get some homeschooling done every day. This situation has shaken up our worldview a little bit, and we've decided that we want to spend more time connecting with family. So we're doing that a lot more these days. And also, we want to exercise 3 times per week. It's important for us not to come out on the other side of this 20 pounds heavier, but also it helps you feel better. Lastly, we decided it's still important for us to perform at work, but if it's going to come between us and our families and our kids, then we're going to make work second priority.
So a couple of weeks ago, we had a situation where both of us had been working quite a bit, and it had been kind of like a hectic, frazzled type of day, and we both felt it. We both had more work to do, but we decided, it's time to take a break.
Yeah, we went to the football pitch that's right around the corner here, and we were going to do some exercise. And as we did that, brought the kids out, they were running around, and after we were done exercising, we just decided, hey, let's just stay. Let's just stay, keep running around, play with the kids. Emilia was running around, showing us all of her secret hiding places in the,
in the trees.
Early spring where there are no flowers and no leaves, so not so secret. And it was just a lot of fun.
It was really nice, and the weather was nice, so that was an added bonus. But the point is, even though we spent a whole lot more time out there than we'd planned to, and we probably didn't get as much of the work done that we were hoping to, it was really nice, and it felt like the right thing to do. And it's a lot easier to put things into perspective and choose to do the right thing, when you're in the thick of it, if you've already gone through the process of planning and prioritizing and setting your objectives. The third step is to get moving and don't look back. There are a lot of things that are frustrating about this situation, but if we're looking for silver linings, and I think we should, then going grocery shopping online is a lot more efficient than going to the grocery store 2 or 3 times a week. Now we kind of have to group everything together that we need and plan ahead because we won't get those groceries for another week or 2 when we order them. And it just saves up a lot of time that we can spend, you know, on other things. Also, I'm notoriously bad at staying in touch with family. Sorry, Mom. But this whole situation, like we mentioned earlier, has kind of given us a new perspective on things. And with the extra time, I'm finding time to both call people on Facebook and actually spend time with my kids doing all sorts of silly stuff, like making our whole living room into a freaking fort and doing adventure games and what have you.
I'm not giving 100% of work right now. And at the same time, I'm not teaching my kids as well as I know I'm able to. And that's okay, because no plan is going to be perfect right now. So the sooner you come to terms with that you can't give 100% everywhere, the better you're off. And then sometimes my students online are going to take more attention, and sometimes my kids are going through a really hard letter, and that'll take more of my attention. Now the fourth step is to repeat.
The situation in our homes and all around us are changing all the time. So that means you need to go back and reevaluate what's working and what's not working. What's changed in your situation, and does that impact the goals and the objectives that you've set for yourself? And then you get moving on those. Keep going. You can do this.
That's the end of our video. If you liked it, then please hit the thumbs up button and give us a like.
Yep, and check out these other videos over here for some useful tips for your day-to-day life and a little dose of entertainment. We'll see you next week.